So, continuing from the last class, uh, we saw that how we can make a complicated circuit into a very simple circuit by making its Thevenin equivalent, and it has a specific importance when you are trying to find a equivalence of a network for a, if you want to analyze for a different values on the certain set of terminals. Okay, for that a terminal, a specific terminal, you can make any circuit to look like a Thevenin equivalent. Okay, now let us take a example. We have already solved a small example to understand the concept, but here we will take slightly complicated example. Here if you see this network, we are interested in finding Thevenin equivalent across terminal Vx. So that is, you can say A and B, and that is Vx is the voltage there, and our idea is to get the Thevenin equivalent across this terminal. You can say A and B if you want. Okay, and in this circuit, if you see, you have a independent voltage source, and you also have a current source, but this is a dependent current source, and that dependence of that current source is on this voltage Vx. Okay, so Vx by 4000 is the amount of current flowing into this. And now we are interested, because here across A and B we will be trying to have some other circuit put over here. Okay, and again this circuit would be changing, so we want to know what will be the current and voltages or current flowing into the new circuit for this particular circuit. So we don't want to solve it again and again. We want to just represent this part by a Thevenin equivalent, and to analyze that. Okay, so we'll see how to get the Thevenin equivalent here. So if you see here, what I am trying to see is we are trying to get what is the voltage Vx. So that is the equivalent voltage we are first calculating. Okay, that is the Vx itself is V Thevenin by that way. Okay, so we are trying to get the Thevenin equivalent voltage across terminals A and B. And how to get that? Of course, here it is slightly complicated circuit, so we will try to write the node equation across this particular terminal A. Okay, so if you see this node equation, is it node equation 4 minus Vx upon 2000 plus Vx upon 4000. Okay, so this is a node equation over here. Okay, because this voltage Vx and this voltages are same, because there is no current flow in this 3 kilo ohm resistance, and for this resistance, this we will calculate what is the voltage. So if you write the node equation here, so the current flowing into the node you can calculate as 4 minus Vx. So this is Vx, same as this one, 4 minus Vx, okay, upon 2k. And another one is at this, if you see, again a current going into it, that is Vx by 4000 is going into it, and sum of both are going into it. Okay, so that comes out to be 0. Okay, so that is only one node, and for that, of course, this we are taking it as a reference node, and for that particular node we are now calculating the value of Vx using this equation, and by this equation you can find Vx as equal to 8 volts. Okay, and that is what the V Thevenin voltage is. So the V Thevenin voltage for this, though it has a dependent source, okay, but it can be represented by a very specific, straightforward, a simple voltage. That may not be possible all the time, but anyway, this is Vth equal to 8 volts. Okay, now let us see the other part, what is the equivalent resistance which is to be put there. And the equivalent resistance can be calculated, as I said, by removing all the sources in the circuit, and the sources in the circuit means the independent sources in the circuit. So in the above circuit we have removed this 4 volt which was here. Okay, that has been removed, and short circuit is put over there. This is a dependent source, so it remains as it is. Now if you want to calculate R equivalents seeing into this terminals A and B, can you do that? In fact, if it is only set of resistances connected arbitrarily, then you can always calculate R equivalent by doing some parallel combination, star, delta, and so on. But whenever a source is there, we are not exactly R equivalent in presence of source is difficult to calculate because it is a dependent source over here. So now the R equivalent will be calculated slightly in a different way. What I am doing here is I am trying to show that if I connect a voltage source across A and B and find this current I, then V by I would be my R equivalent. That is how R equivalent can be defined. Okay, that is Vx upon I. If I take that this X, the applied voltage as X, because here also we have to take care. So this is the same voltage Vx which is there. So if I apply Vx over here and calculate the value of I, and then I take the ratio of that Vx by I get R equivalent. Okay, that is how you that follows from Ohm's law. Okay, so now here again what I am doing here is I am now trying to put a fictitious voltage from my side and calculate the value of I, and that V by I I'll take it as the R equivalent. So here also, if you see now when I do this, I'll just clean this circuit so that A and B is there. So once I clean this, now my circuit is something like this. Okay, and now this is my I want to go by node analysis. As I told you, it will give me less number of equations. If I go by mesh analysis, then I have slightly higher number of equations, in this case 2 equations. So node analysis, so let me take this node voltage as V, and this is obviously different from Vx, and now I am writing the node equation here. So in this node V, let's say this current is going out, arbitrarily taken, so V upon 2 with a negative sign, 2k. Then this is going into it, already has a sign with it, so Vx by 4000 going into the node, and then this I have taken as going into the node, so Vx minus V upon 3k is equal to 0. And if I, just to simplify the matters, because I am not interested in Vx, I am interested in V by I rather. So I fix Vx equal to 1 so that my equation becomes simpler. Okay, and I come to know what is the value of I. Okay, so if I put Vx equal to 1 in the above equation and solve it, I get this set of equation. Okay, Vx equal to 1, and when you solve it, you get this V as equal to 0.7 volts. So once you get V equal to 0.7 volts, now I can calculate the value of I. Okay, Vx minus 0.7, Vx I have already taken it as 1, and by that it comes out to be 3, that is 0.1 into 10 raised to power 3. That is R is around 0.1 kilo ohm. Why should it be 10? So, oh sorry, this is I is 0.1 1 into 10 raised to power 3, and V by I, if you calculate, that comes out to be 10 kilo ohm. So that is R equivalent, and my voltage Thevenin equivalent is plus minus 8 volt, and this is R equivalent, this is A and B, and R equivalent is 10k, and that is R equivalent, and this is my Thevenin equivalent for this particular circuit. So that is how a Thevenin equivalent is determined for this particular. So depending on the circuit, you have to design a method to get R equivalent. All the circuits, it may not be possible to have arbitrary connections of R, and you can just calculate the value of R by taking parallel series combinations. Okay, there may be sources in between, and for that case you have to find out V by I. So you have to slightly be creative in finding the resistance by seeing the circuit, which method would be easier rather than applicable. For example, in this case, it may be much easier to find R equivalent by calculating series parallel combinations, but that is also true that you can always fix up a voltage over here, and you can find V by I. We are going to get the same result, that is 9 volt, even that in that case. So you have to devise your method depending on what the situation is. Okay, so but the issue is you have to find R equivalent and VTH in a network, and finding for that R equivalent you have to remove all the independent sources, current and voltages both, independent sources, not the dependent sources. Dependent sources have to be kept intact. So that is all for this part, that is Thevenin equivalent. So there are two networks, two kind of networks. One is called Thevenin equivalent network, and that is related to Thevenin theorem. And there is another theorem which is also called Norton theorem. It is in fact, you can say, just dual of Thevenin theorem. So if a current source kind of representation. So we'll see that in the next part of the lecture. Thank you. I'll stop it here.